Omar! Omar!
There is a poetic reason and there is a not poetic reason. The poetic one is like whether you're in Austria or in Iraq, the sun is the same, which shines on you. It's just only one sun. And the non-poetic is the sun is on the Kurdish flag. And it's about a Kurdish family. And it's about the patriotism and cultural appropriation and stuff like that of Kurdistan, yes. So that's because Sonne means sun. I mean, it's a little bit over the top, of course. It's not my exact view, but I came 91 with my parents to Austria. We flee from the Iraq war, and I grew up as a normal teenage girl. I thought myself as an Austrian girl, but then I realized after a time when I got older that people don't see me like I am an Austrian girl. So then I realized people taking advantage or like racism or positive racism also. There is some kind of positive racism that they only like you because you're a foreigner. That's also funny. And then I experienced cultural appropriation. Of course, I had friends which they tried to be more Muslim or Kurdish because they had such boyfriends, and then they like the better Kurd girls, which was crazy. But the movie itself is not autobiographical, so I always say that this is a fiction story, but with my real inner feelings. So yes, I think that's a good first feature movie to make as a start.
Mashallah. Jasmin, erstickst du eigentlich normalerweise in den Dingern? Weil ich habe das Gefühl, mir kommt es gleich hoch. Es drückt mir so in meinen Adamsapfel.
I mean, I always wanted to make fiction movies. I guess at the early age, like when I was 18, 19, I was attending the University of Arts, and it was not like a film school. I didn't have like many film friends, so I needed to make everything by myself. So I didn't know any actresses, so I was my actress. So people in the audience then said, yeah, you're a performance artist, but I wanted to do little fiction shorts, you know? So I started to make performance art. And so it went by and goes on. And I actually like every genre because sometimes I mix my documentary with fiction elements, and my fiction actually doesn't look like a normal classic fiction movie because it looks like a documentary. So I mix everything, so I cannot say that this is where I want to go.
So خدا أو قلمي مجلان كابتشك مدبيت بعد أخوة ديك.
Habe ich nicht.
I guess there is a big influence to all Austrian filmmakers because he's a big star in Austria, but my influence, I think, is from my family and from the surrounding I have, and it's funny because I think that's the right way to make movies with authentic acting. So that's the reason why he found me and said, okay, I want to support her. So maybe we influenced each other because once I told him what twerking means, and he now, so things like
now
this.
He knows what twerking
yeah.
is.
So I teach him young stuff, and he teaches me, I don't know what. But no, he's a good producer. I have my freedom. I can do whatever I want. I wanted always to go to his production company because I experienced other production companies, and I always wanted to make someone like to put them in this case, in this box, and I didn't want it.
Schwarz, huh?
Ja, es ist schwarz.
Oh, danke.
Was tust du da?
Yeah, I think I put my camera in front of them like when I was a teenage girl, so they are very used to it, to be exposed to films and to be, I don't know, I used them if they didn't want it or not. So they had to do it. And after a while, my father liked it, and he became somehow a star in my movies. And he also get casted in other projects, which is also very funny. So I think, I mean, the problem is my way of filmmaking is not like the other would do, because my father worked at day, and then after the work day he come to the set with his clothes, and then he didn't know what to do. He just reacted in the scenes. So it was not hard for him to be an actor. I try to work with actresses and actors the way they need, because some actors need more explanation, others just react in the scene and they don't need anything to know. So I try to be very focused on each person and how to work with that person.
Papa, ich glaube, Bella ist da. Kannst du aufmachen?
Ja, klar.
I think I don't, when I make a movie or a story, I don't think like there is, it has to be like this, or this is the meaning I want to tell. It just comes from my belly. So this is the story I tell and it happens. But I think I am this person, this political person, not on purpose. Like, I am a migrant from living in Austria. I had this experience as this migrant girl. So maybe this is the reason, no, this is actually the reason, because I don't know any other stories. I cannot tell a story about an Austrian family which have Austrian problems maybe, so this is what I am close to, Sonne. And yes, I mean, especially Yasmin, the main character in Sonne, she has that problem that she's not like, I remember when I go to Iraq, to my family there, I'm not really Kurdish, and when I'm in Austria, I'm not really Austrian. So it's always the problem that people expect something else from you, and you cannot fulfill it, and then, but you're still a person, and you still have your identity. So I think this is what is true in Sonne and what is me.
Eine kurdische Braut, wirklich, Prinzessin.
Ist Jasmin
Bitte, Clara.
die kurdische Prinzessin, hast du gehört? Ich hasse mein Leben.
Wem sagst du das?
Actually not yet, because I think the movie is not shown yet that much. It's just shown at the Berlinale, then once in Austria, and then I think at a couple of festivals in Turkey, and now it goes on, so that's only the start. So maybe when someone is angry about me because I'm telling story about that, they don't understand it, because I don't think that I do something wrong, because I tell the truth and I'm not mean and I don't say anything bad against Muslims or my culture. When then they don't understand it and they are maybe not smart enough, I don't know, but there are no comments yet. Maybe. Someday.
Meine Schwestern sind die ärgsten Fotzen der Welt. Ich schwöre, Anna ist so eine Fotze und die Jessica ist immer da. Und sie regen sich über alles auf, was ich mache. Weißt du, sie haben so eine Band oder so und machen so Musik, aber wir machen auch Musik und sie machen sich lustig über uns.
I found the girls years before, so I worked with them a lot. We met each other on birthday parties, or on I made little iPhone videos with them, or even short films with them. So I know exactly what they needed from me to behave in this character, to be this character, or what, and after a time they realized what to do. So I adapted also the script to their characters, because I didn't change them. I didn't change them to be like shy or whatever. They are like that. But in the editing and in the script and in the how we shot it in the situations, they get to be like other persons. So I just let them react in the situation, but when you see the movie, they are not like that. And yeah, in the scenes, for example, one scene I I tell them what to do, like this is your goal, you have to be angry at her and stuff like that, and this is, maybe you could use this word. I like influence them a little bit from the background, and I scream in the scene. No, I'm not screaming, but I'm telling them while they're acting what to do, and then the sound guy and the editor like cut my voice out, and so they are in character, but they don't have a dialogue to speak, so they improvise it.
Apropos Musik. Was sagst du zu dem, was Nati gemacht hat?
Ja, keine Ahnung.
I mean, this idea I had from the beginning. I had this from the beginning, that was part of the story, but because I always say that when you tell a story about teenagers, this is a very important part to be in it, because the teenage life and emotions are also shown in these videos, and they also like tell their social media audience how they feel on these videos, you know. So it's not like you call someone, you post something. And it's actually also a big subject in my artistic work, because I always worked with social media in my stuff and projects early on. So it's actually something which is very interesting for me, how people present themselves and how people feel with social media and how they change. And yeah, it's crazy, because you make a video, you post something, it will be forever in the internet. You maybe die and it's still on the internet and you don't know how long. It's crazy. So you're, yeah.
So it also changed the way that you can make cinema. It's very free, much free now than it was before.
Yeah, but I mean, if I do another movie not about teenagers, because my next movie is about teenage girls who are not allowed to have phones and internet, so it will be different maybe.
In fiction.
In fiction, yes.
And in what stage is it now?
It's far. We want to shoot in next year, spring, in Jordania, hopefully.
And do you think that Sonne will also be shown in Iraq?
Hopefully. I think there is the Hook Film Festival. Maybe they will show it. It would be cool if they show it. Yes, hopefully, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah,
What's
thank
up,
you.
Fans? Wir haben bald ein Part 2 von Losing My Religion für euch.
Go purchase our album,
Ja, ihr
bitches.
könnt es dann bald pre-ordern und Merchandise. Es wird Kopftücher geben mit unseren Gesichtern
Gonna
drauf.
be out somewhere near